That is the Sanskrit knowledge system. And it will be made sort of compulsory. There is the other point that you should remember, because I did not have a time. The duration of the B.Ed degree has been increased from 2 years to 4 years. So you have B.Ed degree of 4 types. 4-year B.Ed, 2-year B.Ed, 1-year diploma. And strictly speaking, for 4-year B.Ed is that Sanskrit is compulsory. Sanskrit knowledge will be taught to the teacher. So you can see the idea. Build up the teacher with that idea. So that when they became a teacher, they go with that attitude and knowledge system. So it's a lot more problematic, and we are not ready. You will see that later after later.
In MS University, if I understand correctly, they have already introduced temple management course.
Temple management course, yes.
Because of lack of time, we can take 2 more questions.
I would like to ask the last question.
Okay, fine. There's one question.
Thank you, sir, for this enlightening talk. Sir, don't you think that we are stressing more upon the higher education, but we completely ignore the idea of primary education? Because I can see, I was completely surprised after seeing an advertisement on television that 8-year or 9-year-old boy was so much curious to know about the application making course. He was so curious to learn about the coding language. At the age of 22, I have no knowledge about coding. But do you think this kind of change is a positive manner, or is something we should worry about that? And I am completely worried about the future of humanities. Because this discipline of social science, or this discipline of humanities, in future times is going to completely disappear. Because nowadays, the primary students, a 15-year-old boy or 16-year-old students are so much curious to know about the technological ideas. Look at the market is being captured by the Byju's and Unacademy. And another side, we are seeing that the code like Bhagavad Gita is being included into higher education. I mean 6 to 12 we just got to know in the news. So one side, people are more curious, students are more curious to learn about the technological ideas, innovation, or the Elon Musk talk about the mass colonization program. Kind of word is going to impact on the boys and the students. How do you see this kind of change altogether? Everything has come into the category of market. Although privatization was a big event, privatization of education. How do you see this change? I am so curious. Thank you, sir.
I have not studied in detail the reforms suggested by the new education policy for the school sector. But there is a huge change. Duration has been changed there. And there are many other things, mainstream skill education and other things. But I have not really applied my mind in greater detail, so I won't be able to share with you. But you are very right. The school sector should also be studied, and there is a lot of focus on this policy. Because it's the early stage which they want to influence. But one has to read and take out the meaning, which is very direct, invisible in the report.
Thorat, I wanted to take long in commenting and appreciating, but would restrict my word. Thank you very much, sir. This I found very engaging discussion, and I'm sure the entire spectrum and concerns have been addressed. But I was thinking along with this presentation and also a lot of pages I turning this booklet. I was wondering that where would this open university education stand in terms of this new economic policy? Or I do not have an idea that what is the slice of open universities, regional or even the national. Because in social sciences, strictly particularly from the context of political science, I had a very long 3.5 decades association with a course writer or a counselor, assessor, evaluator, and so on. And now, when in regional languages, like in Gujarat, when the courses for BA, FY, SY, TY, in political science are being prepared, which we call the SLM, self-learning material. I am doing this work for last about 2-3 years, and I wanted your observation, your comment as to where does this whole open university thing find its place, or what kind of implications will be there on it? Because it's rural, those who are not able to go. So the basic concept of open university. How will that get affected? Thank you, sir.
I have a feeling, I think I will have to look into it, but I have a feeling that they have not touched much the open university system. There are National Open University or 13 or 14 open universities. But curriculum and other things will be subject to some changes. But to a certain extent, they are also providing substitute for open education by emphasizing more on online. That is the sort of distance education. So to that extent, it has an implication for distance learning and open university system. But I think this is an important question which I look into it if there is something different.